Hi, this is Marek Papis in a Java 8 interview series. Today we'll talk about design pattern, topic versus queue, and observer versus publisher subscriber. So let's get to the first question. What is the difference between a queue and a topic? So first of all, queue, when you publish a message A on a queue, it will be received by only one consumer. So if the consumer is not available, another consumer will be chosen to consume the message. While on the topic we can have many publishers that publish message A, B and C, but in this on the topic the message A can be received by many consumers. So they register first to the topic, and once they are registered, they will receive a specific message that they need. Yeah? So next question: what is the connection between topic and observer pattern? So observer pattern it defines that when a new message is put into the topic, all the observers, topic subscribers, are notified by the subject, and the message is delivered to them. The observer, the topic subscriber, watch the state of the topic all the time, and the topic is the object that is being watched. Yeah? Here. So next question: when is the observer design pattern used? So the JMS uses the observer pattern along with the mediator pattern to allow applications to subscribe and publish data to other applications. Another good example is the model view controller framework that also uses the observer pattern, and in that case we have the model that is the subject and views which are the observers that can register to the topic. So another question: how to code the observer design pattern. So we have two interfaces here, the subject interface with two methods to register and unregister an observer, and one method to notify the observers of any change on the topic, yeah, on the subject. And in the observer interface we have one method to update the observer, and one method to set subject to attach with subject to observe, yeah, and one method which is commented by me because it's the get update method, because it's commented because it's better if it's done during notifying, yeah, the get update, but it's up to you. Yeah. So let's see what's happening inside the application. First of all, we create the subject, and the myTopic class is implementing the subject interface. We are creating the observers, and we are registering the observers to the subject, attaching the observers to the subject, and now when we send the message to the topic, yeah, the new message, it will notify using this method all the observers of the new message that has come to the topic, and this method in the implementation, it would normally invoke this method, yes, on the observer interface, yeah. And in that way the observer will get the new message. Yeah. Okay, next question: what is the producer consumer design pattern? Yeah. So, and how does it connect with the queue? So first of all, the we have a situation where client 1, which is the producer thread, produces a message and puts it on the QE, yeah, and consumer thread, which is the client 2, it consumes the messages from the QE in a FIFO order, yeah, because blocking QE allows elements to be accessed in a FIFO, yeah. So first, it consumes the message and then acknowledges to the QE that the message was received. If something happened in the meantime, another client is chosen, you know, to consume the message. Yeah, and you have to remember that only one consumer can take the message from the QA. Yeah? Yeah. What are the benefits of this pattern? So first of all, you have the independent code for the producer and the consumer class. Yeah. So also the objects can work separately on separate threads. Yeah. So they will work concurrently. Yeah. And yes, you can have many producers and many consumers. And yeah, no consuming half-baked items. Yeah, so this is a good benefit. And the elements on the QE are accessed in a FIFO order. Yeah, these are the main benefits of this producer-consumer design pattern. So how to code the producer-consumer design pattern? So first of all, we have the producer class that implements the enable. And we have inside the class we have a QE defined, which is the blocking QE. So in the on the constructor we get the QE, and when the thread is run here, it will produce numbers from 1 to 10 and put it on the QE, yeah? And that's it actually. And on the consumer side, we have also the same QE, yeah? And when the thread is run here, it will start consuming the messages from the QE using the take message. So it will block the thread until the message is taken. And let's see what happens inside the main in the application. So we have first of all the QE defined. It is a link blocking QE because we don't know how many messages. We cannot estimate the size. If we could if we knew the size of the QE, we could use the ArrayBlockingQueue, which is a bit faster when used concurrently. And we have each new thread for producer and for the consumer with the QE as a parameter. And here we start the first thread and the second thread. Yeah, in this moment, the first thread produces 1 to 2 numbers, and the second thread consumes them. That's it. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video.